Hey everyone, we're looking at day 3 of our review camp today, and we're really getting into the thick of things now. So chapter 6 is the chapter of CARDI that deals with proton transfer and also reintroduces concepts like arrow pushing, which are relevant to mechanisms. Needless to say, this chapter is really relevant for what we're going to be doing this fall in Chem 12B. As I'm sure you're aware, proton transfer involves the transfer of a hydrogen atom that does not have an electron attached to it. So we're just literally looking at a proton. So literally we are talking about a proton, which is much smaller than a regular atom and has a full positive charge. So all this to say, kinetically speaking, proton transfer is really efficient. So there is nothing stopping a proton from getting anywhere in a chemical system. So we don't have any kinetic concerns. When I undergo any sort of acid-base process, it's a very fast process. It's going to be the fastest process we can come across. And because that's true, it's always possible that it can happen. So it's really just an issue of the thermodynamics behind everything and whether that's favorable. What we want to focus on then is being able to recognize when it's thermodynamically favorable for a proton to be transferred. And to understand that, you've got to get pKa values down. So like our first 2 days, we're also looking at aspects of our chemistry library that we want to kind of keep building up and up and up. It isn't expected that you're going to memorize all the pKa values right away, but it is something that I would recommend that you try and do over time, because in Chem 12B, for every reaction that we're looking at, we don't necessarily have to be working with a strong acid or a strong base for proton transfer to happen. If you're familiar with substitution elimination or solvolysis, for instance, we don't have a strong acid or base present for some of these processes, and yet proton transfer is a key part of that mechanistic framework. So, needless to say, chapter 6 is a really important thing to get down. It's one of the chapters I would recommend if students are looking to review something to get ready for Chem 12B. That would be it, because it's our first elementary mechanistic step. That is something that's always possible and on the table, so you always want to keep that in the back of your mind. All right, well, have fun with this set of reading and assignments, and I'll see you again for day 4.